Oh, he got off. Oh no, he's on there still. Oh, he got off. Man, I lost him, guys. Good morning, guys. I'm out here doing some salmon fishing right now. I've been getting a lot of requests about like my technique and how do I catch salmon. So you know, I just do what works for me. Everybody kind of have their own technique and whatnot, you know what I mean? But the way I fish is kind of like, you know, you got to track the migration of the salmon, so you got to know where they're coming from. And right now they're coming in from the Bay Area. So usually about right now, September to October, all the way through the end of November, this whole river is going to be full of fall Chinook, you know what I mean? So right now it's early September, so right now you got to kind of track them. The fishers, they're here. They're not holding in numbers, but they're here though, you know? So I actually just seen one being caught to my right not long ago. But let me show you my technique right now. So same thing, I just use a flying C, but I like to use a bass rod. One of the reasons I like using a bass rod is because of the sensitivity on the St. Croix. Like if I hit the bottom, or if I feel any type of little tugs or any weeds or anything, I can feel my blade spinning. So this rod is super sensitive. And the fact I like to use a shorter rod is because I can get more casting distance, and I can get more cast in without getting worn out and tired. Because usually I only fish an hour, 2 hour tops. After about 2 hours, I get out of here, you know. So let me just show you real quick. Right now the water's flowing from my right side down to my left side right here, following my rod tip. So you got to understand, a lot of the salmon, they're when you're fishing straight ahead, when your lure is right here at the 9 o'clock position, to me that's considered a strike zone right there. So when you're casting, I like to cast a little bit to the right side right here, and I like to let it flow. And as soon as they get to like my 9 o'clock position right here, you got to pay a lot of attention, because this is a strike zone right here. That's if your lure is going to hit, it's going to hit right there. You're never going to get a hit right when it's on the right side or right in front of you. That salmon is always going to hit right here on your left. So when you get right there, you need to stay as low to the bottom as possible without getting snagged. So depending on the area that you're fishing, like right now it's low tide right now, so chances of getting snagged right here isn't as bad. But when it's high tide, there's lots of rocks right here, so you got to be really careful. And in order to get your lure down enough, you need to put your rod tip down. But during low tide, you want to kind of have your rod tip a little bit higher up, because you know you're easily dragging the bottom. But you got to know the area that you're fishing as well, because I fished this part for a couple of years, so I understand where the sandbars are, and I know which part of the river is snagged and which part not. So every part of the river is a little different, you know. So but fishing in the river in general is overall the same. So like right now I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna cast a little to my right there, and this is about the 2 o'clock position right there, and I'm just gonna let it sink. Like a lot of people, they just start reeling right away, and I'm gonna just let it sink right now. And I'm tugging it right now, giving it a little tug, and you see my rod tip slowly going down. And I'm just, you know, right now I'm just feeling everything, feeling the blade. You can feel, oh, see, like right there, that could have been a hit right there. And then I felt my blade not spinning right there. So when you feel that, you need to catch up the blade, or you need to just you need to reel it up all the way. And as you can see right there, yeah, that was a weed. You see, that's what I'm saying about this rod. It's super sensitive, so anything that hits the blade, I can feel it. This is why I love using this rod right here. So this cast right here, I cast it straight ahead. Whenever you do that, you want to just let it sink for a little bit. Like don't be in a rush, because you need that lure to be in the strike zone. It need to be in the proper depth. This is a pretty deep river, so you want to let it go down. So right now, this is where you want to start reeling right now. So right now it's about the 10 o'clock position right now, and that's the perfect spot right there. This is where you need to pay close attention, and you know, if it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit right here. And you know, you want to feel everything out, make sure that blade is spinning nice and spin fast. And as you're getting close to the shore, you want to speed up your retrieve. And if there's any salmon out there that's following your lure from out there to end, it's going to strike right when it gets close. And as of right now, that you see hasn't hit right there. So I'm going to cast a little bit to the right now. I see a lot of people, they make a lot of mistakes. Even though the salmon, they usually like to hit up close, I like to cast my lure a lot farther. Just like in bass fishing, you don't want to fish above them. You want to fish, your main goal is to get that lure and that spinner in front of its face, you know. And the best way to do that is you gotta cast past them. So I like to fish past them. A lot of guys out here, I see them fishing, they're throwing like 10 feet out of here. By the time your lure hits the strike zone, your retrieve's already done. So that's why you're not catching them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to cast it farther. Yeah, even though the salmon hit close, you gotta cast it out far. You get what I'm saying? Because the main key is to get that lure in the strike zone. And when it's in the strike zone, you literally only have 10 seconds, not even 10 seconds, like 8 seconds in the strike zone where the salmon's gonna hit. That's why they call this fish, you know, 1,000 casts. And, you know, I didn't catch my first one till about 10 to 15 trips in. And once I started catching them, I got the pattern. I've been nailing them, you know? So, you know, I'm saying that now, but it's actually really hard. Salmon is like really hard to catch, you know, because when they come up the river, they don't feed anymore, you know. So the best way to catch them is you gotta annoy them. And you know what I usually like to do sometimes, if it's not hitting a certain color, I'll switch up my lure, you know. I'm sticking with this one right now because I've been nailing off with this one, but a lot of times I'll fish one for 40 minutes and then I'll switch it out, you know. And then if I'm fishing around 10 guys, I'll watch what they're throwing, you know. And if they're all throwing chartreuse, I'm gonna throw the orange. And if I'm throwing the orange, if they're throwing orange, I'm gonna throw the chartreuse. You know, you want to be different. And you got to understand, say like, because the fish, they migrate. So let's just say, man, there's a giant weed out there. Oh man, I'm gonna get caught on that giant weed. Damn it. Oh yes, there you go. But the fish, they migrate. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're catching one here today, you know, your chances of catching another one right here today, right now, you still got a chance because they're still migrating in. But like, say if we're in October right now, you might want to move like 1 or 2 miles up the next day, because the fish, they're going up north, you know. So you got to track the migration, you know. And then you want to pay attention to your surroundings, your environment too. Whenever you see the sea lion out here in the delta, that's how you know that there's fish. You want to follow the sea lion, and you're guaranteed to find fish, you know what I mean. And then you want to find parts of the river too that have not a lot of boaters. Like right here, you know, we'll get a boat that come by occasionally. On the weekends, they're everywhere, so I kind of avoid fishing on the weekend. But you want to find calm waters, and wherever you fish, you want to make sure there's a lot of flow, like the water's flowing. If there's no current, you know, less likely the fishes aren't going to be holding there, because salmon, they like rapids, they like fast moving water. So you got to find areas where the water moves quick. So, you know, if the water's still, they're just going to pass by and they're going to move on, you know. Because the more current the water is, the more flow, the more oxygen. So the more oxygen's going through the gills, that's where the fish is going to be laying at. Another thing is you got to fish the right thing is time of day. Time of day is very important too. Right now the temperature is a little warm still, so you want to go early in the morning or in the evening, just like every fish. And what else can I say? Oh yeah, definitely the tides. Right now is low tide right now, so the fish are, to me, the fishes are further out, so you want to cast as far as you can. I need to change out my spool because I caught 2 fish on this one, and then I'm running 12 pounds, so my line got messed up a little bit. Easy got dragged against a rock, so I had to remove a lot of my line. But other than that, all I can really say is oh yeah, if they're not biting on the spinner too, salmon, they'll bite on crankbaits too. So if you want to get like a big size crankbait that dives pretty deep, get a bright, obnoxious color, because the main key is to piss them off. So you want to get something that rattles, and if you can get something that rattles, that annoy them, then, you know, they'll bite on that too. So, you know, you just got to try different techniques and different methods, and the main key is just to get out and try. You know, you're not going to catch fish staying at home, sitting on the couch watching YouTube. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and try. And when you're out here, you got to observe. Like, I'm looking around, If I'm seeing 10 15 guys fish in 5 days and I don't see none of them landing anything, I'm moving on to the next spot. Don't waste your time at a spot where you know the fish aren't producing. You don't see any boats in the area, there's a reason why those boats aren't in the area. These guys are using fish finders, and if they're not tracking any fish, these guys are moving ahead of the river. So you got to pay attention about those kind of things, you know. So right now, guys, right now is the time. So if you know what I mean, right now is like, it hasn't even peaked yet. Right now is still early. In 2 weeks will be like the starting to be the prime of the run, you know. So if you have the time, you need to gear up and get out there. And pretty much, guys, that's all I can say, man. You know, you just gotta get out there and try. There you go, guys. That's a big one now again, guys. That's the 4th one right here. The way you tap really light, guys. So you want to use a really sensitive rod. So I love this St. Croix. Oh, he's about to go airborne. Yeah, he's a big one, man. He's at least a 10 pounder. He's fighting right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. Come on. Come on, baby. You gotta maintain your composure. You just gotta take your time, man, especially when you're using light tackle like this, guys. Like, don't rush the fishing, man, because you're fighting the current and the fish, you know what I'm saying? And the water, the drift, it's pretty strong right here. So like I was saying, salmon, they really like the drift. You gotta find places where there's strong current. There's no current, that fish, man, oh man, he's all the way over there. Have to go airborne. Oh, I see him out there. Well, he's a chromie, guys. It's a chromie. You just want to take your time, just enjoy the fight, you know what I mean? Because this doesn't happen all the time, guys. So you want to enjoy it. That's why I'm using light tackle. You know, if I had 15-pound test line, I'll just haul them in. But, you know, these guys, they put up a great fight. You got to try them. Come on, baby. Man, I can't even see him. He's running low. Okay, he's going up now. He's right there. I see him now. He's just cruising. Oh shit. Hella slippery right now. Oh, he's holding deep. He doesn't want to go in, guys. See the drag? He's pulling in that drag right now. One of my favorite things when you're catching a fish this size is watching the line. Oh, he's airborne. There, like, peek his body up. Yeah, he does not want to come in. I'm telling you guys, I was trying with the orange one for a while. you got to switch up your presentation. As soon as I switched up to the chartreuse, boy, he hit. There you go. Oh man. Oh dang. He's pulling drag. Oh, he's taking drag. Yeah, like I said, guys, you just gotta be calm, man. Like I said, usually I'm not worried about nothing. I usually have my drag set perfect. Mainly the things I usually worry about is my line, because I'm running freaking light line. But like I said, if you just maintain your composure and just you don't want to horse them in. And I don't use a net when I'm fishing, so you just want to take your time. Come on, baby. Oh man, he does not want to come in, guys. This guy's just usually like when they get this close I can see him, but this one is like he's down there. He's a chromie though, from the shadow that I saw. Yeah, he's trying to stay low right now. He's probably freaking out like, what the hell's going on? Oh man, he's getting all the way back out there again. Come on, baby. Dang, he's all the way out there. Just pull and drag. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't even know if my camera's adjusted right. Oh, he got off. Oh no, he's on there still. Oh, he got off. Man, I lost him, guys. Popped off. Got off. Man, that was a good one though. You guys seen what happened, man. So, telling you that technique, my technique, it works. You know what I'm saying? But man, I lost that one. I'm pretty sad. That was number 4 of the season, guys. You know what I mean? And like I said, if one presentation ain't working, you gotta switch it up. And like 5 minutes in of switching in, boom, I nailed that one, you know. But man, I'm so hurt. But you know, you can't get them all, you know. And I saw that thing, man. It was huge. He was holding down when he got close compared to the other 3. And that 21 pounder, you know, it was going up. But that one, he was fighting, dude. That one was at least a 15 pounder, dude. At least 15. And no, he didn't want to come in. You can't force him, you know. You don't win every battle, but at least I had the battle, you know. That's all that matters. And like I said, man, that technique works. You know, you just gotta know the river, find the flow, guys, and then and when you're casting, you gotta match. You gotta go with the flow of it. And I'm telling you, it's bound to hit, you know. And like I said, you know, I use the St. Croix, and the reason I use this rod is because it's super sensitive. Any type of little tack or nick, anything that taps the lure, I can feel it. And that one, it was like, for how big he was when I saw him, it was like a tiny little tap. So if you didn't give him a good hook set, you wouldn't have caught that one, you know. So it's you know, I mean, you guys just gotta get out and keep trying, you know. I wish everybody the best of luck, you know. I hope I can get another one to redeem myself, but we'll see what happens, man. So that'd be great. They're out there though, you know. You just gotta try.